it's WhisperAudios, and today I am working with Eve, who are a sleep wellness brand. At Eve, they are passionate about getting a good night's sleep. And have been doing some research into the relaxing power of ASMR and other ways women relax before bed. They've asked women to vote for the sexiest passages in literature, and today I will be reading the #1 voted book, Lady Chaterley's Lover, in the style of ASMR. So sit back, relax, pop your headphones in, and enjoy. Only one or two last adventurous ones still dipped about in the dryness under the straw roof shelter, and they were doubtful of themselves. So he still had not been. He was staying away on purpose, or perhaps something was wrong. Perhaps she should go to the cottage and see. She sat down on a stool in the doorway. How still everything was. The fine rain blew very softly, filmily, but the wind made no noise. Nothing made any sound. The trees stood like powerful beings, dim, twilight, silent, and alive. How alive everything was. Night was drawing near again. She would have to go. He was avoiding her, but suddenly he came striding into the clearing. In his black oilskin jacket like a chauffeur, shining with wet. He glanced quickly at the hut, half saluted, then veered aside and went on into the coops. There he crouched in silence, looking carefully at everything, then carefully shutting the hens and chicks up safe against the night. At last he came slowly towards her. She still sat on her stool. He stood before her under the porch. Then he bent down and suddenly kissed her unhappy face. He put his fingers to her cheek and kissed her again suddenly. "Let me come in then," he said softly, "and take off your mackintosh." He hung up his gun, slipped out of his wet leather jacket, and reached for the blankets. He put the blankets down carefully, one folded for her head. Then he sat down a moment on the stool and drew her to him, holding her close with one arm, feeling for her body with his free hand. She heard the catch of his intaken breath as he found her. Under her frail petticoat, she was naked. His finger caressed the delicate, warm, secret skin of her waist and hips. He put his face down and rubbed his cheek against her belly and against her thighs, again and again. And again she wondered a little over the sort of rapture it was to him. She did not understand the beauty he found in her. Through touch upon her living, secret body, almost the ecstasy of beauty. for passion alone is awake to it, and when passion is dead or absent, then the magnificent throb of beauty is incomprehensible and even a little despicable. Warm, live beauty of contact, so much deeper than the beauty of vision. She felt the glide of his cheek on her thighs and belly and buttocks, and the close brushing of his moustache against his soft, thick hair, and her knees began to quiver. Far down in her she felt a new stirring, a new nakedness emerging, and she was half afraid, half she wished he would not caress her so. He was encompassing her somehow, yet she was waiting, and when he came into her with an intensification of relief and consummation that was pure peace to him, still she was waiting. She felt herself a little left out, and she knew partly it was her own fault. She willed herself into this separateness. Now perhaps she was condemned to it. She lay still, feeling his motion within her, his deep sunk intentness, sudden quiver of him at the springing of his seed, then the slow subsiding thrust, that thrust of the buttocks. Surely it was a little ridiculous. If you were a woman and a part in all the business, surely that thrusting of the man's buttocks was supremely ridiculous. Surely the man was intensely ridiculous in this posture and this act. But she lay still without recoil. Even when he had finished, she did not rouse herself to get a grip on her own satisfaction, as she had done with Michaelis. She lay still, and the tears slowly filled and ran from her eyes. He lay still too, but he held her close and tried to cover her poor naked legs with his legs, to keep them warm. He lay on her without a close, undoubting warmth. He walked just before her in the narrow path, swinging the hurricane lamp low, revealing the wet grass, the black, shiny tree roots like snakes and flowers. For the rest, all was grey, rain mist, and complete darkness. He suddenly drew her to him and whipped his hand under her dress again. Feeling her warm body with his wet, chill hand. "I could die for the touch of a woman like thee," he said in his throat, "if thou would stop another minute." She felt the sudden force of his wanting her again. I